Well, the idea of life hacking, a lot of what the focus has been on that is on the tools and equipment. And tools are great. The way you really get things done, however, and the way to really unstick stuff, the tool really won't do it. What really does it, and what I uncovered over all these years, is a thought process. So GTD, when it's really incorporated, is an installed thought process. It's a way to approach something, but it doesn't happen automatically and naturally. I mean, it may seem like a natural thing to do, but you actually have to work to think. Thinking takes time, it takes energy, and thinking was not a naturally evolved process of the brain. The brain very naturally recognizes patterns and brings long-term memory into that, so it recognizes things and can make decisions about stuff and feedback, and it does that automatically. But thinking actually requires thinking, and that's tough stuff. You actually have to focus your consciousness and your cognitive abilities on making a next action decision, on deciding, wait a minute, this is all done when what's true. So outcome and action thinking, which is really the zeros and ones, really the core of the thought process of GTD, does not happen by itself. You actually have to work at it. Nothing shows up in nice pretty pink bows that tells you here's the outcome you're committed to and here's the action step you need to take. You have to do that, and no software can make those decisions for you. The technology and the tools and the way to hack life can make things easier to both remind you of what to think about and also then to help you execute on the decisions you make, but it can't replace that core central element. That's the thought process. Once you understand the thought process, any tool can work. And of course, the paradox about that is once you really get the thought process, the tools become particularly critical because you don't want to waste any time or energy. Once you've spent the energy to think, you don't want to lose that thought process. You want to be able to use the tools to make it easier to get you to do the thinking and make it easier to then execute on what you thought about. But that core element is what's really, really key. And most people haven't really focused on that. It's actually something you have to work at. So what GTD did was really discover or uncover the algorithm or the formula that you need to apply to be able to get things out of your mind and appropriately engage with them. But that doesn't happen just because things show up. You actually have to work at it. But once you get the habit of working at it, it feels so good and it becomes a habit like anything else. It doesn't feel like work. That's just what you do.